Yo, what's up YouTube? Kid here, and today I bring guys the round 3 RGC tournament, and I faced Shockhead2009dsi of YouTube, and round 3 was standard OU match, and I apologize, I have to narrate from his side of the video because I forgot to save the file, so I'm on the other side of the video. So, let's get into this battle. He leads off with the Uxie while I lead off with my Swampert, and he sets up rocks while I set up rocks. And we're just setting up our rocks here. I know it's not too much that Uxie can do to me, so he just switches out to his Porygon Z. I predicted a switch, so I just went for the roar to shuffle around his team to see what he has, and he sends in a Galad. And he goes for the close combat, and at first I think this Galad is either Choice Bandit or Choice Scarf. So I roar him out again, and I roar him into Porygon Z. He gets a special attack rise. So I'm thinking this thing is scarfed or either specs or some shit. And he try attacks and he gets the critical hit. And I think I probably would have lived that. I'm not sure, but it's whatever. And I set out my Scarf T-Tar, which gave him some real hell in this battle. And I know he's gonna switch, so I'll go for the Pursuit. But it's gonna live that Pursuit with like 43 HP. And he sends out his Galad. So I'm thinking that this thing is scarfed. So I switch out and I go into my Gliscor, which is gonna eat this close combat for dinner, cause Gliscor is just fucking gangster like that. So I eat that close combat, and he's getting hit by Sandstorm and shit. And I predicted a switch here, so I toxic, but he stays in. So I really don't know why. But then I see he goes for the Psycho Cut, I guess trying to get a crit, and that Psycho Cut doesn't really do too much. And I see that it's not Scarf or Bandit, and I see he doesn't have Life Orb, so it's X belted, which he did tell me it is Expert belted. So I go for the Roost, and his Psycho Cut's not doing anything. I'm really happy he didn't get a crit there, or that really pissed me off. So now after the Toxic and the Sandstorm and shit, I will KO that Galad with a EQ because -1 defenses. I should have went for the EQ instead of the Toxic, but like I said, I predicted a switch. But yeah, right now Shinji just out here looking pro as fuck, and he sends out what's his face? What's that shit called? A Latias. I fucking hate Latias. And I predicted a search, so I went to my T-Tar because T-Tar is a fucking Latias killer, but he goes for the Reflect, which really sucks. And I go for the Crunch, and even with the Reflect up, that's gonna be a 2-hit KO. He goes for the Dragon Pulse. Not really gonna do too much because of the Sandstorm special defense boost, but it does do quite a chunk. So I'm gonna kill that thing off with another Crunch, which is good. So that Latias is out the fucking way, and shit is just looking real good, nice for me. So now he sends out a fucking togekiss, which is like his signature Pokemon. Here I feared the Thunder Wave. I thought he was one of those Thunder Waving pair flinching togekiss, but he just goes straight away for the Air Slash. So I'm like fuck, and I don't see leftovers, Life Orb or nothing. So I'm thinking it's choice in some way. And my first thought is choice specs. And I send him my T-Tar to try and kill off with the Stone Edge, but because of the Reflect, the Stone Edge will not kill, and he gets an Air Slash off, and the Reflect wears off now. I wish it would wear off the turn before, but whatever. I go for the Stone Edge, and that will kill off that Togekiss, which is nice. And Sandstorm raging, and he sends back out his Uxie. I have to switch now because the Stone Edge will probably won't do that much to him. And I send out my Roserade because I want to set up some spikes here because I really want that Porygon Z to die to entry hazards when it switches back out. Because I know Stealth Rock will not kill it when it switches back out. So now he goes for a Psychic, and he gets a crit. Crit does matter because I'm max special defense, and it would have took not that much damage from Uxie Psychic because Uxie doesn't have the best of special attack. So now he's gonna go for the Thunderbolt, predicting me to switch back into T-Tar, and I predicted that, so I went for a rest, and I'm gonna get all my health back. Now here I predict him to think that he's gonna Psychic again, and he's probably gonna go for a T-Wave. So I stayed in, and I'm just trying to burn my turns off of sleep so I can get off my spikes. Now it's one more poke that I haven't seen yet, and I'm really thinking that it's a physical sweeper, perhaps a Gyarados or a Lucario, and my last 2 pokes will be able to take out both of those things. So I'm really thinking that it's either a physical sweeper. So right now I'm just setting up my entry hazards because I want his last poke to take as much damage as possible with those entry hazards up and stuff. So that's basically what I was doing. What I should have been doing was getting off hidden power fires on this Uxie so that when my T-Tar comes in, it will be in KO range with a crunch, but you will see that will not be the case in a second. He goes for a paralyze, and like I said, I'm setting up spikes right now because I want his last poke to take as much damage as possible when it switches in, and I want that Porygon Z to die when he switches back in. So he goes for the psychic, and I go for the last layer of spikes here, and I will die to another psychic on the next turn, which really kind of sucks, but it's whatever. This battle really taught me a lot, as I will explain later in the video. It taught me a lot about Pokemon battling, like not really how to Pokemon battle, but what I need to do more in the future too. You'll see. But anyway, I go for a crunch, and I know that probably won't kill because Uxias are just unbelievably bulky. He goes for a T-Wave, I guess just to like screw me over, because he said that he really hated that T-Tar during this battle. So he's gonna T-Bolt my T-Tar, and it's gonna die. So now my last poke, I sent out not my last poke, but I sent out my Lucario now. And what I should have did, instead of going for a crunch, I should have let him T-Wave me. I should have went for the Swords Dance so I could be prepared for his last poke. And you will see here, it's not even a physical sweeper, it's a Zelf. So I really got fucked in my ass right there, no homo, because it's like, Jesus Christ, I like, my whole strategy just went out the door, and extreme speed is not gonna kill that, unfortunately. And he's gonna kill me off with a flamethrower. See, I should have predicted for the future in Swords Dance, but I was so afraid that when he T-Waves me, I would get paralysis hacks. But anyway, he goes for the explosion. I was really hoping he had Grass Knot, and I knew I would have lived one. But he goes to the explosion, that would kill off my Vaporeon. So I am eliminated from the tourney. It was a really great battle, Shockhead. Hope to have a rematch with you someday. And that was just a really nice battle all around. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Subscribe him. He deserves it. And I am kicked out of the tourney. So what this battle really taught me was that I really need to like start taking more chances and not being so afraid. I should have set up the Swords Dance on the Lucario, and like would have got some E-speeds off on the Zelf, which will one-hit KO. But you know, it was a really great battle in general. So you know, just see.